Ramaphosa told stakeholders attending this year's annual Education Lekgotla that it was pleasing to see the matric pass rate improved, despite the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The president stated that this year's matric results showed that poorer schools were gaining ground on their more affluent counterparts as a result of government spending on education and the social wage more broadly.
Since Bantu education, which really did one of the most terrible damage to the education of our nation, as we've been improving, particularly in poorer schools, and the results are becoming more and more positive and almost becoming equal with the more higher, better endowed schools. I said, this is the silent revolution that we've always sought to want to achieve, and I dub it touching the Holy Grail.
Speaking on the dropout rate, the president says that this can be reduced by allowing learners to follow the educational paths that best suit them and their aspirations. Ramaphosa highlighted the three-stream model, which offered academic, vocational and technical learning, and has been introduced in more than 550 schools.
Provide learners with more choices and better guidance, we should be able to reduce the proportion of learners that drop out. But once we give them more choices, that is when we will, as educators, as parents, as the role players who are given the responsibility to guide these young people, we will know and we will see the signs of these dropout rates, and we will be able to follow through and find out why they are dropping out.
According to the president, the greater the scope of basic education streams, the better are learners' prospects of securing employment and for self-employment after school, adding that there is a need to develop skills for a modern and dynamic workforce at the school level.
These subjects that include, and I've met a number of them, agriculture, marine and nautical science, electrical, civil and mechanical technologies, amongst others, are the types of subjects that we now want to see spreading in many, many of our schools. These are the vocations our economy sorely needs. They are the kind of vocations that we need to promote and develop if we are able to address the scourge of unemployment in our country.
The president urged the Lekgotla attendees to look at how technology can be used to support curriculum delivery, especially in disadvantaged communities. He also said the government was working hard to ensure schooling was conducted in a dignified environment. The Sanitation Appropriate for Education program has constructed toilets in over 2,000 schools, with the remaining 1,000 to be completed in the next financial year. He further concluded that the introduction of learning assistance to schools through the presidential employment stimulus had greatly relieved the burden of educators to teach, do administration and meet the needs of their learners. Canny, Maphanga, SABC News, Johannesburg.